Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. My name's Dan Ray, and for this evening's Tech Thursday, we're going to take a look at a game that's been in Windows since pretty much the beginning, and why it was put in to an operating system that was really meant for businesses. The first thing I'm going to do is take our Tech Thursday hashtag, and I'm going to convert it using the magic wand. That's one of the things you can do in the Whiteboard app. Other things you can do, like creating ink to table. So if I were working on an agenda for this evening's meeting, I could draw a large rectangle, put some lines through that, and divvy up different things, like assign duty and person. And so speech number one let's fix that. Speech number one is the duty of Dan Ray, and the evaluation will be from everyone. Notice how it moves with me as I put that in. As I mentioned, I want to talk a little bit tonight about the reason that Solitaire was put into the operating system. Hey, LeAndra.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Have you heard this story?
No.
Okay. The reason Solitaire is in Windows is because of one thing. That one thing is right here. It's the mouse. The mouse, when Windows was introduced on the PC, was something that many people were not familiar with. So they didn't have the concept of putting it on a desk and moving it around, or clicking, double clicking, right clicking wasn't even a thing. So when Solitaire came out in the operating system, it was a fun way to get users to think about, hey, I can click on something and drag it somewhere else. And I can also look for situations where maybe double clicking or double tapping is an option with the mouse. So clicking, double clicking, and drag and drop were all things that Solitaire brought to Windows when it was first introduced.
Wow.
The other thing about the games in Windows is they were there to introduce new concepts. When Windows for Workgroups came out in the Windows 3.1 timeframe, Windows for Workgroups built on the idea of Solitaire with the game Hearts. And the company I was working for at the time, where my wife still is, used the game Hearts to introduce the concepts of networking and workgroups. Because if you had a network along with your Windows 3.1 for Workgroups, you had the ability to allow up to 4 players to play Hearts against each other instead of against the computer or some other type of randomization in the operating system. So Hearts was introduced in that version of Windows to actually show how networking would work and how you would name yourself and identify yourself over a network or find other games. It's been a long time since I played, but it was one of the first things that I introduced new people at the company to explain how networking worked, how we would find printers, how we would find file shares, how we would find different things. And we did so through games as opposed to a much more business approach to it. Solitaire was introduced, I don't even remember in what version of Windows, but I remember using it in Windows 3.0. And now I'm able to do it on a Surface Hub as well as in regular Windows. I'll turn things back over to the Toastmaster this evening. Thank you very much.